Warning: the following program is a work of fiction. Any similarities to real-life events that have already, or could possibly occur is entirely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rain pounded the ground relentlessly, creating a shallow rhythm as it collided with the metallic exterior of Vin's helmet. If one was to observe from above, the roof of the skyscraper he lay upon would seem empty, save the silhouette created by the cascade of sheet rain meeting his refraction suit. It's about cold as hell, he thought. Hate working in the winter. He took a drag from his G-pen, making a mental note to remind Elise to add temperature regulation to her next iteration of REF suits. He'd been there for over 2 hours, holding position, waiting. Glancing at the digital display embedded in his mask, he shifted his body weight ever so slightly. It was about time. Right on cue, an overhead light situated atop one of the entrance doors to the building he'd been watching flickered on, and the automatic doors parted, revealing two heavily constructed men wearing identical tailored suits. The onset of chill rain had been sudden, and they shielded their brows as they looked around, then upwards. However, it would have been next to impossible for either to notice the shadow-clad figure roughly 800 feet above, silently observing them. Thus satisfied, they motioned to someone still inside the building, and formed a physical barrier on either side as the doors to the limousine opened. A tall, gaunt, gray-haired man emerged from the building, nodding to his bodyguards as he was swiftly escorted inside the vehicle. When he was situated, they got in beside him, and the limo began to pull off. Breathing in deeply, Vin looked down the barrel of his GX-9 variant sniper rifle, aiming and firing 3 times with what seemed like one continuous motion, making minor adjustments faster than most humans can form thoughts. The first shot hit the bulletproof glass of the limo's back window, cracking it. The second bullet hit the same spot, shattering the glass, and the third found its intended target, which was the skull of the unfortunate gray-haired man, which erupted into a red mist of bone shards and meat. Chaos erupted in the street below, as the chauffeur swerved curbside, nearly causing additional casualties to fleeing pedestrians. The guard on the right side immediately threw his door open and took cover behind the vehicle, scanning nearby rooftops, but between the heavy rain, wind, and overcast sky, there was little chance of figuring out the shooter's position. The other guard had already called it in, after confirming a lack of vital signs, but he knew from what was left of his employer's noggin that it was pointless to render first aid. Meanwhile, atop the skyscraper, Vin pressed a button on the base of his weapon, and with a series of mechanical clicks, it reconfigured itself into what looked like a gunmetal-covered suitcase. Brushing droplets of rain off the smooth surface, he took another pull from his G-pen, and leisurely strolled towards the scaffolding on the opposite side of the building.